In 1981, Mr. Simeyu's parents, Francis and Cecilia Simeyu, passed away during his childhood. He was raised Catholic and received his primary education at Mukuyu Primary School in Tongaran, Bungoma County. After completing Form 1 at Mukuyu Secondary School, he discontinued his education and pursued farming instead. In 2001, at the age of 20, he got married and now has 8 children. His eldest son is currently studying at a technical college in Kayambu County, while his second child, a daughter, is set to join university. According to his neighbors, in 2009, Mr. Simeyu was struck in the head during a family dispute and taken to hospital for treatment. Following his release from the hospital, began preaching. So clearly, my conclusion is he got hit on the head and he went crazy and started believing that he is Jesus Christ. Now here it gets interesting because this is where he starts talking about his so-called miracle. Bungoma, quote-unquote Jesus, false Christ, claims he turned water into tea, but he started asserting himself to be the Jesus, demonstrating miraculous abilities ever since he announced interview with NTV. The wife of the man asserted that her husband converted water into a copious amount of tea that was savored by the villagers, and some even took some home. Now here's the clip of the actual man himself, who claims to be Jesus Christ. But anyways, it says the woman had asserted that her family was ostracized in the village due to her husband's claims that he is Jesus. His wife, identified as Prophet Benjamin, had previously claimed that her husband has the power to heal the sick and perform other miracles. So that is a story I wanted to bring to you today, and I want to leave you with this verse because we was warned about this by the true Christ in scripture. Is turning water into tea. But it's not all fun and games because the people in his town, well, let's read the article, but basically the people in his town want to crucify him. Now take a look. One more prophet, well, definitely a false prophet. Man in Kenya says he is Jesus Christ, and he has claimed to turn water into tea. Well, my nan can do that as well. But let's take a read of this article. It says, as Lent season is observed by millions of Christians worldwide, culminating in the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ according to the biblical teachings, Kenyans are left to ponder whether Eliud Simeyu, the self-proclaimed Jesus of Tongaren from Bungoma, will align with the scriptures. So what do you think this means? Probably going to crucify him, right? As per the Bible, Jesus Christ faced immense suffering during his arrest by the Pharisees, which is true. And this culminated in what is known as the Passion of Christ, which included his crucifixion, death, resurrection, and ascension to heaven. An online user has made a sensational claim that Jesus of Tongaren has expressed concern about his safety as the Easter season approaches. And basically what has happened, friends and family, is this man, who claims to be Jesus Christ, has heard that the town want to crucify him, and he has run to the police because he doesn't want to be crucified, of course. But he is claiming to be Jesus Christ. Now take a look at this because the story takes a entertaining turn, should we say. According to a post by a netizen, Yesu, who is currently in Bungoma, alleges that his life is at risk as Easter approaches. Some locals have reportedly been overheard suggesting that he should be crucified during the Easter period, similar to how Jesus was crucified. However, they have also assured Yesu that if he is indeed the Messiah, he will rise from the dead on the 3rd day and ascend to heaven. So there is no need for him to worry. So clearly his plan backfired. The false prophet, the false Christ, he probably thought that he was going to start getting worshipped and uplifted and respected, as some of the other false Christs have been treated in the past, which we may talk about in future videos. Those stories are very, very manipulative and sad, but we may address them in the future. But I wanted to share this with you because it's very interesting. The amount of false Christs that are increasing in these end times, the amount of liars, the amount of false prophets, the amount of people who want to be uplifted. We as the body of Messiah are never meant to point to ourselves. We point to Christ. That is why almost every video I give the gospel. Now, the article goes on to talk about what online users are speaking about, but take a listen to this. The New Jerusalem sect, which is based in Lukhokwi village in Tongaren constituency, is led and founded by Mr. Simeyu. He asserts that he is the authentic Jesus of the Bible and possesses the ability to carry out miracles. The church members are prohibited from using their given names and instead referred to as angels or prophets. This is a very big sign of a false church, of a false ministry and false prophets. People who want to uplift themselves as angels and prophets are 100% false prophets being led by fallen angels. That's a fact.